It's Ash from Super Videos back at you for another video. So AMC just released another sneak peek for the mid-season premiere of Season 7, 709 or Episode 9. And it's actually a pretty cool sneak peek. I really loved this sneak peek more than the first sneak peek. If you remember, the first sneak peek was at the hilltop. But in this sneak peek, it looks like it's their journey to the kingdom, which is pretty cool. So the sneak peek basically starts with a car coming towards this section of the road that's been blocked off by a bunch of other cars. And then in the car we have Sasha, Tara, Carl, Jesus, Michonne, and Rick sitting down. Now, like I said, I'm assuming that they are on their way to the kingdom. But there is something that's weird here that I'm gonna get to. But then we take a look and road has been blocked off by the saviors. So Jesus basically says that the saviors probably blocked off this section and they don't want us to go through, which is great strategy by the saviors, and it just shows how smart and calculated the saviors and Negan really are, which is pretty cool. And then we have Carl interrupting Jesus, saying that location is their base, and then we get another shot of the outside and we have the sanctuary in the back. So it looks like that they're very close to the sanctuary. It's crazy how close they are to the sanctuary, and it would seem like there would be some sort of perimeter check from the guards or something so that they would know if someone is close. But it looks like there's none of that, because from the looks of it, the sanctuary is pretty close to the road they're in right now. So it's weird that the saviors don't have any sort of patrol check around the surrounding areas. But they may have that, and they may run into these saviors in a little bit after the sneak peek ends. But this is weird because if they're on their way to the kingdom, why would they be crossing the sanctuary or going through the location where the sanctuary is close by? If you think about it, Jesus has probably gone to the kingdom himself before, and he's never ran to this location because, of course, he didn't know about it. So it's weird that the sanctuary would be close when they're going to the kingdom. So it's weird in those regards. But then we have Jesus saying that this is probably what the saviors did, blocked off the road so that we can't pass, and they don't want anyone to get to them easily, which again is great strategy by the saviors. We have Rick saying that we're gonna move the cars and then we're gonna cross and then move the cars back. And he says that he doesn't want the saviors to know that they were there, which again shows how calculated Rick is, which is pretty cool. So it's like both sides are very smart and very calculated in their decisions. And this war seems to be about who is smarter rather than who has the most people and the better numbers, which is going to be very cool to see. So then we have them moving the cars out of the way and crossing. But what's really weird is that, one, those cars all run, but if the saviors put them there, that's not that big of a deal. But the other problem is how they move them, because I'm pretty sure the saviors are not going to leave all of those keys inside. If they are, then what was the point? Was the point just to slow them down? And if that's the case, then do they have another sort of base nearby to check who's crossing or not? Which is weird, but it does kind of connect to what happens right after in the sneak peek, but it just seems a little weird to me. But then we have Michonne looking through her binoculars and seeing something weird to her. So she calls Rick and Rick takes a look at it. We don't see what it is from Rick's view, but we do get the reveal right after, and we basically have these dynamites that have been attached to this pole or this rope or something like that, and there's two cars on each side and there's a trigger. So I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. So of course the saviors were behind this, that's for sure, but I don't know the mechanic behind it and what the saviors wanted to achieve. Does the bomb go off when they cross it, or is it triggered by something else, or do they just trigger it themselves? I'm not quite sure, but it looks like that Rick and the others are going to need to kind of diffuse this bomb, dynamites connected together, to go across. Like I said, we have to wait and see what happens, but it's weird how it's set up and how it kind of works. But they may explain it to us. We may see what happens, which is going to be cool. I'm pretty sure they are going to run into more saviors right now because it doesn't make sense if the bomb is there and no saviors are around. It's a very cool sneak peek. And of course, these dynamite kind of connect to the image of the dynamite that we received a while back with some promotional photos for the second half of season 7. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, I love this sneak peek, and it does definitely give me hope and hype me up a little bit for the second half of season 7 and what we're going to see. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.